Alright guys, if you're watching this right now, this is how to do the sidewalls. If you are starting to restring ahead right now and you haven't done the top string, go to my other video on how to do top string. But this is how to do sidewalls. So I have my top string done on my superpower. I'm going to start by on each side coming under that knot on both sides. Okay? Like so. With a knot, and they should be like on the inside right now. The rough side on the inside where the ball is going to be. So I'm going to start by showing you I like a channel and a mid pocket. Most people should have a channel. It gives you more hold, directs the ball better. Let me move that really quick. So to make that channel, you're going to have to pull it really tight at the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by coming underneath that first diamond, okay? Then I'm going to skip 2 holes, 1, 2. And then come from the outside of that 4th hole. It's actually the 6th hole, but 4th hole of the sidewall part. Underneath that diamond and through that loop. Pull that tight down, okay? And I'm going to do that on the opposite side too. This is kind of side view. Come underneath that diamond. Okay. Skip 2 holes. 1, 2. Go on the outside of the head through the diamond and pull that through the loop. Make that tight. That's all got to be even. Don't forget that. And now, since it's really not, I don't want to break in my pocket. Probably want to have my pocket a little lower. So I'm gonna pull this one tight. 2. I'm gonna come from the outside, through that diamond, through that loop. Pull that tight. Do that from the opposite side too. Come underneath, or from the outside of the side. Under the diamond through that loop, pull that tight, okay? And then that's really tight up there. Now I want my pocket right here, and since I tightened it up so much there, I'm gonna need to double up. And how I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna come underneath this first diamond, or the next diamond, okay? Come from the outside of the head, and then through that diamond. And through. Okay. I'm going to do that from the opposite side too. This has got to match. Under the diamond. Into the next outside of the hole. Through that mesh. Through that loop. Sorry for my phone ringing. And then as you can see, the channel's really there. Pocket's also starting to work in. I can see it really starting to work in with that channel, so I don't need to double up again. You might need to if you have a head with fewer sidewall holes, or if you have fewer sidewall holes, you also don't want to skip as many holes on the side. But what I'm going to do next is what I did earlier. Just come from the outside of the head, okay, through the diamond, through that loop. Pull it tight. Do that on the opposite side also. Come from the outside, through that diamond, pull that tight. Alright. Alright. So it's even on both sides. This channel. There's also a pocket. And you're just going to continue that down. And if you need to double up, if you feel the diamonds aren't fitting right, you might need to double up at the bottom also. But I'm just going to continue this down because I have the superpower. I don't really need to double up anymore because this has a good amount of holes. So keep pulling that down. Same pattern I did before, from the outside of the hole, through the diamond, and through. And the more you do this, the easier it'll get. There are different ways to do the sidewall string. This is my favorite because it really pulls the mesh. As you can see, the pocket's kind of constrained itself a little now, but I wanted that higher pocket, and that's good because it's formed there. Okay. I also have that channel. You can see, kind of like makes like its own V or U almost. And I'm gonna keep going down. I'm really close to the end. Just gonna keep doing that until I get to the bottom few holes. Alright, now I have 2 holes here at the end, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come from the outside. I'm gonna skip a hole, come from the outside of that lower hole, okay, through the diamond, and then through the sidewall. Or the side of the head, rather. And it'll look like that. Or you don't have to do that. You can also just go like this. You can come from the outside of the head into that next hole. Make that tight. I think that's what I'm going to do. That way it saves me that hole for the bottom string. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to come from the outside of the diamond. Okay. Underneath from the inside out of the side of the head. And pull that tight. Alright. Now I've got both these strings kind of hanging out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a knot. By doing that, I'm just going to make a single knot. Okay. As tight as I can. Pulling it down. Sorry for the rattle and everything. See, I pulled that tight. Okay. Now I'm going to come underneath that diamond, that knot. I'm going to double knot it. Make sure you're coming underneath it. That'll enforce that it's really tight. And if you don't make it underneath it, you're really not doing yourself any good by making that knot. Okay, so I'll need to kind of get away from the camera here. But you got to kind of force it underneath. It might be a little hard. If it's not hard, then you're not doing it right, because the first time it's not tight enough. And it'll look like that. It's just a regular double knot. Okay? Make sure it's really tight and it won't come undone. And do that on the opposite side, okay? Just want to match everything on each side. And come from the outside of the head. Make that knot. Push it up against the side of the head so it's tight. Come underneath that knot you already made. And it should be decently hard to get it underneath. And then pull it from underneath tight. Alright, so I've got my sidewalls done now. So give yourself a pat on the back if you got it done too. So you can see this has a nice channel. That'll help with ball control, hold, and for even putting the shooters in, it'll help too. Look for my next video on how to do the bottom string.